You don't own me. I'm not just one of your many toys. You don't own me. Don't say I can't go with other boys. I don't tell you what to say. So just let me be myself. To say and do whatever I please.
Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Marianne Elliott's long-anticipated new production of Stephen Sondheim and George First's classic Company has finally made it to Broadway, and we're here on opening night to celebrate with the stellar cast led by Katrina Lenk and Patti LuPone.
It's been a roller coaster of emotions. The pandemic, closing, then the pandemic, and then coming back, and then Steve's death, and then opening night. It's been very hard, but we have a great company. We have Marianne as our leader, and it's going to settle down eventually, but it's been one of the most extraordinary experiences I've ever gone through in the theater.
Working with this company of actors, you become so close. What is it like working with them?
They're great. It's the funniest, happiest group of people I think I've ever worked with. I mean, there's three: Chris Fitzgerald, Greg Hildreth, and Itai Benson. That I'm on their side of the dressing room, and the insanity that ensues sets a tone for the rest of us to have fun.
And just audiences have been incredible for this show, and new young kids have been coming to experience Stephen Sondheim, what that means to you.
It means a lot, because I think that if theater was affordable, it would be more vital. It needs to be more vital. It needs to develop an audience. So,
My final question is, do you remember what you were thinking when you took your bow tonight on stage?
I wanted to cry. I was just so happy it happened. I'm just so happy nobody got sick, because it's going around.
So good to have you back, my love, as always. Living in the world of Stephen Sondheim, what that has meant to you. I mean, just to sing his beautiful music and his words.
It's such a delicious feast. It's so, his lyrics are so smart, and they're always taking you somewhere, and you follow wherever they're going, and the music is so incredible and deceptively it sounds like it's simple, but it's not, and so you're never bored. You are never bored. There's always just things to chew on.
You had him for the first preview again when you opened again. That must have been one of the most magical nights for you.
It really was. Again, the word special, it really was a special night, and he had said to us that night, he was like, cherish this, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime moment in theater, and remember this when when things are hard, that these kinds of things do happen, and it was really kind of prophetic for him to say that.
Marianne Elliott's staging of it is utterly genius, and to be up there on Bunny Christie's design and just watch it all the elements come together in that number is so thrilling, and I just get to go along for the ride.
It's a relief in the best way. We can finally celebrate. We were just holding our breath for so long.
We were 8 previews in last time, and we were 8 previews to go before we opened. And now when we hit when we hit the 9th preview or something, we got past that threshold this time, and we're like, and now we open today, and so it's another threshold. We're like, it's great.
The show is called Company, for God's sake. No one's been able to have company for the last year and a half, and thank you, science, we now finally can come together and enjoy each other's company, but there are so many reasons that it's so special.
This is an extraordinary group of theater monsters that I count myself really lucky to be a part of. Walking into rehearsal the first day and looking around the room, it's filled with people that I've looked up to my whole life, to artists that I truly admire. Marianne Elliott is such a fantastic director. She leads us to water in this really beautiful way that she gets her way, but she's never strict about it. And I've never worked with an actor who is better at, or a director who is better at that.
We really delved deeper into the characters this time around. We had 5 weeks of rehearsal in the room, and Marianne Elliott is a genius and a wonder, and I love her so much, and she just pulled everything out of us that she could get. We went over every line, every lyric, and just really tried to squeeze the most meaning out of it that we could.
What has made this so special for you?
How much time you got? You got 5 hours? Just add it onto the list. I'm doing my dream show that made me fall in love with theater in the first place when I was a 14-year-old.
It feels like being served a lot of dessert, like delicious dessert. It's very filling. It was such a rich experience. Emotional, celebratory, kind of bittersweet, all of it.
It feels overwhelming. I am overwhelmed with so much feeling. I can't believe we've finally crossed the finish line after nearly 2 years.
You know, every opening is special in its own right, but as I said, coming out of the pandemic and doing a Sondheim show so soon after he passed, having him here for our first preview and getting his blessing and talking to him and hearing him just tell us how happy he was about the show and then doing the show. It's incredible, once in a lifetime.
But there's a difference between a finely marinated sauce and a ready-made sauce. This feels like it's had a chance to marinate, you know, even throughout the pandemic, and so much has happened and occurred with us in our own lives. We've become greater people, greater artists, and to come to this moment now and have that fruition is weirdly satisfying. You know, it's more satisfying than I even imagined it would be. You know, it feels like community.
You don't own me. I'm not just one of your many toys. You don't own me. Don't say I can't go with other boys.